Today on Panther TV, it's not a real accident, but the realities of it could be. We'll take a look at the mock crash and reasons for it.
Have you seen this object buzzing through the halls? We have more on the class where you can make a drone.
And she's not a panther, but Plymouth South has a furry face roaming the halls. Panther TV starts now.
Good morning, Plymouth South. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gavin Carrara.
And I'm Ethan Mott. Drunken driving can be blamed for 28% of fatal car crashes involving teenagers.
To give seniors a realistic perspective, Plymouth South SAD Club put on a mock car crash this spring.
Here's Jill Neal with more.
This spring, the SAD Club put together a mock car crash in our school parking lot to help seniors think twice before getting behind the wheel intoxicated. Police, fire, and EMS arrive on the scene of a staged 2-car crash. While the students involved are actors, they make this poor decision and the outcome feel real to spectators. Where are they?
I think seeing it in front of you, like I know it's fake and it's not actually happening, is very impactful. I know a lot of emotions were brought up during it, but I think seeing your classmates, being involved in an accident, seeing, real police officers, real fire, real ambulance, everybody coming to the scene, really gives a reality check to a lot of people to think that this could actually happen to us. Hopefully it never does, but it could actually happen. We're not invincible, and we want to make good decisions so that we don't end up in that predicament.
It all starts with setting the scene of the party, for which graphics seniors Grace Ballinger and Sophia Kemet were responsible.
We hope that it inspires people to obviously not drunk drive. Obviously it's senior year and it's high school and everyone's going to party, but I know for the juniors with prom and stuff and all of the events, a lot of parties are happening, and people who get behind the wheel and are not sober, almost like 100% of the time something bad happens. So we just hope that this video inspires people to not do that and to be aware that mistakes can happen and that the easiest way to prevent them is to just not drive drunk.
I think the whole project's going to be very influential on our student body. I feel like we take that kind of stuff seriously.
While an event like this is engaging and informative, there is a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make it just right.
So the challenges of planning this event, there's a lot of moving parts. We have police, we have fire, we have EMT, we have the funeral homes, we also have the 2 cars that are crashed. So on that end, it's a lot of just timing, who's going to be there the day of, how they're going to respond. The other challenge is the student part, trying to pick the right cast for the event, who's going to take it seriously, who's going to make this impactful is a challenge. Taking kids out of class, but doing things over spring break, after school, just coordinating all that's a lot of work. And then filming the mock crash and also the party scene. The other thing that's a challenge is getting a parent, because no parent really wants to see their kid, hypothetically die.
Everyone is pretty much volunteer, so getting people to volunteer their time at the same time other people are volunteering. I know it was a little stressful for our actors not having, fire be able to be part of our practice runs, or Bartlett Funeral Home, the tow truck company Performance, who were very lucky that they donated the cars to be used, not having the cars right away for lack of space. So really having the actors have to make believe as they practice, and then day of put everything into place where they hadn't been able to do so beforehand.
Even though this is just a mock crash, for some students, seeing their friends in a deadly situation was very emotional. The goal of a program like this is not to upset people, but to get students to think twice before making a bad decision.
I think that it was pretty impactful. My hope is that it makes someone just think for 1 second or second guess any decision to make a safer one.
The mock crash was a monumental event for the senior class and something we will always remember. And hopefully it keeps us all making a safe decision. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Jill Neal.
That was definitely an impactful event. Hopefully it helps save lives in the future.
Absolutely. Definitely an eye-opening experience.
Very true. Switching gears, several Plymouth South students were recently recognized by their teachers.
Here's Lacey Monahan with the story.
We've all seen the posters in our classroom, but what is the vision of a graduate really about? The vision of a graduate is more than just a poster. It's a goal for the skills students will possess when they graduate.
A vision of a graduate is a document that we put together. We actually had staff input, student input, community input about what our goal is for all of you guys when you graduate from high school. So it's really kind of like a mission statement.
The vision consists of 5 main pillars.
Those are qualities that we think going off into society after high school are important for our students to possess. So we kind of use it as a roadmap for things we do.
Each spring, teachers are asked to nominate one student whom they feel exemplifies one of the pillars to be recognized at the Vision of a Graduate breakfast.
Maybe a mindful learner, it may be an effective communicator, and it's hard because we could pick so many, but they're only asked to pick one. And we're looking for a diverse group of students who really have done something throughout the year to show a teacher that they may have these qualities.
Ms. Fry wants to make sure these students are being celebrated.
And we have an outside speaker coming in to talk about how these qualities affect him in the real world.
Well, this is just the second year of the Vision of the Graduate. It's becoming embedded into the school.
You can be sure to hear more about the Vision of a Graduate next year as it continues to shape the values of Plymouth South. I'm Lacey Monahan reporting for Panther TV.
The total cost for college attendance is at an all-time high, reaching nearly 6 figures for some schools, including here in Boston.
So how do graduating seniors deal with the expense? Here's Kira McLaughlin with the story.
With Boston being a nearby city with lots of opportunities, many of our graduating seniors have committed to colleges in Boston. But going to school in the city may also come with a hefty price tag.
Next year, Mark Travnik will be attending Boston University, Haley Tancredi will head off to Suffolk University, and Bella DiBiasio will be going to Northeastern.
When I was looking for colleges, I wanted something that would be close by, and I'm familiar with Boston, so I knew it would be a comfortable choice.
I wasn't really looking at costs at the time. I was mainly looking at if they had internship programs or if they had good like an after you graduate college, do those students have good chances with jobs afterwards?
While researching colleges can be exciting, the cost of attendance can be shocking. Before financial aid, the total cost at Northeastern for the 2024-2025 school year is $82,000. At BU, the total cost has risen to just over $90,000 for the year, and the total cost at Suffolk is $68,000.
Definitely looking at the cost when I was applying made me a little worried just because it's a really big price tag, but the biggest thing was just apply to as many scholarships as I can, hope for a good financial aid package, and just weigh out all of our options for financial needs.
But the price of Northeastern didn't stop Bella DiBiasio from applying, and costs are going to be more manageable for Haley Tancredi and Mark Travnik as well.
I received a lot of scholarships and grants, so I don't have to pay as much as a lot of other people are going to have to be paying for.
I know my college has promised to scale the financial aid accordingly with the costs, so I'm not too worried about it.
While BU's total cost of attendance has increased to over $90,000, they can guarantee 4 years of on-campus housing. However, some schools, on top of the rising cost of tuition, don't guarantee 4 years of housing on campus. With Boston being one of the most expensive cities in the U.S. to live in, our graduating seniors tell us how they're going to manage the increasing cost of living.
My hope is that my freshman and sophomore year, I'll make a couple friends, and worst case scenario, if we can't get on-campus housing, we can all rent an apartment, which is going to be expensive. But genuinely, worst case scenario, since we do live in Plymouth, I can just commute.
We are guaranteed 2 years of housing at Northeastern, so after that, I'm going to start saving up money through a co-op program, and then they typically sublay a lot of apartments in Boston for upperclassmen, so I think I'd probably get a roommate or two, and we'd try and rent an apartment up there. If not, probably just commute to college, but I'd probably save up money to be most realistic.
After going through the college process, Mark, Haley, and Bella have some advice to offer students interested in attending college.
I would definitely look at colleges that are known for giving good aid. There's also a lot of aid calculators online, and they can give pretty good estimates for the costs.
Reach out to the school, reach out to financial aid offers, do a lot of things that'll make your resume look better, because the better you look, the more money you're probably going to get.
Find any scholarships that you can, even if it's for the smallest thing. I filled out a scholarship on who was your favorite Spider-Man. It's find anything that can help add to the cost and help make things a little bit more affordable for college, because people are always giving out money and it's always good options. I've applied to a lot of local scholarships, was a really big one, because the school itself, a lot of people around here give out money.
If you think a college is right for you, don't let the cost discourage you from applying, because you never know what kind of financial aid you're going to get. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Kira McLaughlin.
Lately, you may have seen an unidentified object zipping through the hallways of Plymouth South.
We sent reporter Jesse Hayes to investigate. Here's what he found out.
If you've been on the second floor, chances are you've seen something flying through the halls. This is a drone. And we found out it's more than just a toy.
In CAD, students have been working hard all year, and for their last project, they are building drones and flying them around the school.
So I'm in CAD, and in CAD we use different programs on the computer like AutoCAD, Revit, Onshape, and we design different models and things like houses and stuff like that. And then right now we're designing drones, and we're flying these drones around the hall.
Due to certain restrictions here in the Plymouth schools, drones can only be flown indoors, which is why these students are testing and learning about the mechanics of the drones in the halls.
So we're building it's called the chassis of the drone, which is basically like the shape of it. And with that, we have motherboards and we have batteries, and we put those on and then we fly it.
For the students, one of the cool parts of this class is creating a physical product instead of just words on a paper.
I went into CAD thinking more of like an engineering field for like a career, and all of it was hyped up to me. It's really good. It's a really fun class. You get a lot of things to learn, like drawing, computer skills, how to use USBs, all that.
While flying a drone around for a class period seems like fun, CAD isn't all fun and games. In this shop, students learn skills that lead to many high-powered jobs.
It's nice to, have something that you accomplished instead of having just like a paper with a grade on it. You really experience what it's like in the real world, where you get something done and you can actually see the final product.
As the year is coming to an end, it is awesome to see how much fun people are having all around the school. Good luck, everybody. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Jesse Hayes.
It's been a while since our last Tech Talk, but today we make up for it by diving into the latest innovations in our school's garage.
Here's Angel Chummick with the story.
To wrap up this year's Tech Talk, we're ending with the tech that teaches young minds how to make your cars safe for driving. Here at Plymouth South, the roar of engines and the hum of electric motors provide a dynamic soundtrack to the school day. This innovative program aims to equip students with hands-on experience and valuable skills in automotive repair, diagnostics, and technology.
We're looking for students who have a good drive, want to make something. We try to run a shop of high expectations. Kids that want to follow through with what they're going to learn in school.
This program's success is reflected in its graduates, many of whom have gone on to secure positions at local dealerships, repair shops, and even prestigious internships with major automotive manufacturers.
Yes, we usually have about 3 to 5 students after high school pursue the career for at least 10 years and then either move on to something else in the automotive industry or move on to a field similar to the automotive industry.
I think my favorite things about this tech, it's being able to use what I learned in here outside. Some of the things like just doing oil changes, it saves me money outside and it lets me kind of make money on the side if I really want to. Stuff like that, it helps outside.
In this program, students delve into learning anything from basic maintenance to advanced diagnostic techniques. This curriculum is designed to reflect the rapidly evolving automotive industry.
When I first started, I didn't really know what to think. Going into it, we had the senior class at the time, and so their opinions kind of made us think certain things. But coming into it, I thought it was really cool to kind of have the opportunity to work on cars during school, because I always just thought of school as like schoolwork, and I didn't like that.
So we do a lot of different types of work in automotive because we're in the transportation field. So we actually do everything from engine repair to brakes, suspension work, exhaust systems, we had a car that we just put bumpers on, fenders on, did a bunch of paint work. We're working on golf carts, ATVs, tractors. We work on basically everything in the automotive industry to make everything work so everybody's life's easier.
As the automotive industry continues to evolve, Plymouth South's automotive tech program is committed to staying ahead of the curve, ensuring that its students are well prepared to drive into a bright future.
Yeah, so we spend basically the first 2 weeks to a month actually doing safety throughout the shop, learning all the tools, understanding everything that's going on throughout the shop, so the kids have a good understanding to know how not to make mistakes, to be able to walk out of here with all 10 fingers like they came in with.
I would say to keep up with your portfolio that we do. It was definitely a rush at the end, but if it's not portfolio related, it's just listen to what the teachers have to tell you, because they've been doing this a lot longer than you've been alive.
Yes, we actually allow seniors to bring their own cars in, solely based off of performance. If they're working and they're doing everything like they're supposed to for the first 3 years, then they'll be able to bring their cars in as seniors and we'll be able to work on them.
Whether you're continuing with automotive or pursuing in something else, the skills in this shop help you in life. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Angel Chummick.
School is almost over, and with the exception of the teams in the postseason, spring sports have wrapped up.
Here's Aiden Morrow with sports.
Today in Panther TV Sports, with spring sports coming to the end of the season and seniors wrapping up their high school careers, here's Matt Crowley with a look at a team that's created a bond over the last 4 years.
The boys lacrosse team has seen success on the field over the past few years. This success can be contributed to a core group that's played on varsity since they were freshmen.
From the fields to the classroom, the juniors and seniors on the boys lacrosse team share a strong bond and a strong work ethic.
It feels pretty good. We've all definitely gotten tighter as the years went on, and just knowing these kids for 4 years, it shows on and off the field, our bond.
It's fun. We get to know each other a lot and we build a strong bond. Build the team chemistry.
With leaders from last year gone, the current juniors and seniors had to step up this season to keep the bond strong.
This year it's really good. Last year we had a good group of guys that we were all wicked tight, and this year we tried to get that back. It's a different group, but it's definitely showing, and we're definitely getting closer.
Pretty strong. We hang out a lot outside of school and lacrosse. We have a good time.
Coach Jordan and many members of the lacrosse team are also involved with unified sports in the off-season. Over the years, they developed a very strong bond, and these athletes are their #1 supporters on game days and in the halls.
It's good. They're our #1 supporters, and we have a fun time outside of lacrosse with them, always helping out. We love talking to them in the halls. They really are our #1 fans.
That's awesome, and they show up to a lot of our games, and there's nothing better than going into the halftime facility and all of them are standing in the line giving us high fives, and they really show support for us, so it's nice.
The lacrosse team's heading back to the postseason this year. Best of luck for a strong finish. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Matt Crowley.
The spring season has wrapped up with several teams making the tournament. Softball and boys track also claimed Patriot League titles this spring. Congratulations, Panthers, on another great year. We'll leave you with some highlights from the season before we head back to Gavin and Ethan.
I'm sure you've all noticed the new furry face around the school.
Here's Panther TV's Zach Adams to tell you more about Baja.
Well, our new staff member may seem a little unconventional. She plays a key role in the school.
This spring, students were surprised with the addition of a comfort dog, Baja the Yellow Lab.
Baja is the comfort canine. So a lot of times when people have to come to my office, it's to report something that could be causing anxiety, or they're having a bad day, or something like that. So she's there to make that transition just a little bit easier, and to kind of open the doorway for conversation and calming factors.
As a comfort dog, Baja will go through lots of training, but even as a puppy, she's already very well behaved.
But she's getting minor training, just obedience, sit, stay here. But in July, she and I will go through a more vigorous training for 2 weeks with a lot of the other SROs throughout Plymouth County, and their comfort dogs as well.
Baja is part of a program for school resource officers. Not only is she new to Plymouth South, but she's also the newest member of Officer Slinsky's family, as she lives with her too.
She is just like a little love. She's 24/7 with me, so where I go, she goes. And I love watching my baby with her. Like, they're super cute together. But I also love how excited she is to see students and staff, and how excited staff and students are when they see her turn a corner.
If you happen to see our new four-legged friend in the hallways, make sure to stop and say hi. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Zach Adams.
That's our time for today. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great summer, Plymouth South.